legit when I come through the pain. Never been about the money or the fame, but when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's a playoff.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. And, Charles, you look at this defense. They were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to sprint.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Was sacked there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. And just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're trying to win here in Philadelphia to capture the season series. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he's got some space here. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A give up the middle to Gibson. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On third down, Cousins.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
It's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception. And then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was they backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Cousins now from the 50.
Complete, it's Dodson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now Cousins on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this defense will take over right at midfield.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10,
right at the 50-yard line.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc., but this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave.
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. The CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. And the problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Eagles sit 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Running with the fullback, Alex Arma. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They go play action with Hurts. This will be caught at about the 5. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. This will be caught once again by Brown. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
2nd down, Cousins. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are back within a score. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Eagles 13, Commanders 1.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, A 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Warriors 17. 18, Pioneer.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 80.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Boston Scott deep for Philadelphia.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
All told, that a 55-yard punt with a net of 40 after the return.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll go again with Sanders. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
They'll turn to Sanders, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try, and it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Cousins on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Turner. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Cousins. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to...
Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. Slide for the PAT.
It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Commanders 14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Look at 19.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
60 Maverick.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. Going deep here for Watkins.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Eagles defense able to hold. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Another run with Sanders. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Tiger, 19 Tiger. Alert, alert.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
The ball on the 8. Still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Here's Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, for that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 36 yards. And the Eagles have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, They've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Okay, ready? Check, check. 77 more. Hey, check that.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
19 right. 18.
Running right. Here's Sanders. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to fourth down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins
looking for Dotson, and he's got him. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They'll throw again. Cousins. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One last shot now for Cousins. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they will never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the ghouls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo, but they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes, these people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, those to your friends, I walk alone. I see false idols, other titles, you need to grow. I be rushing mine, but I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to touch me for the glory. My God, oh God, this is on a God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of the chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiler boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that?